Hello and welcome to jasonnewland.com. My name is Jason Newland. Please only listen when you can safely close your eyes. I'm going to do a body scan. Yeah, I like to do body scans. Each one's slightly different, but ultimately it's still the same thing, just focusing on different parts of your body. And I'm doing it with you. So when I mention focusing on your jaw, for example, I will be focusing on my jaw. And one of the good things about the body scan is it's quite easy to do. Of course, if you're listening and you're lying down on your bed with your eyes closed, then there's a real big chance that you're going to fall asleep. I mean, even if you're sitting in a chair, a comfortable chair that supports your body, there's also a chance that you'll fall asleep, which is okay, as long as you're not driving a bus. But yeah, you shouldn't be listening to this if you're driving, obviously. So there's something calming, something very peaceful about just focusing on now. Almost dismissing everything else for the duration. As you focus on this moment, and one of I don't know if the word ironic is correct, but I'm going to use it anyway. One of the ironic moments or things about this is, even though you focus, or we focus on different parts of our body, forehead, eyes, jaw, chest, stuff like that. And I'm not asking you to relax all of those parts in your body I'm not asking you to relax all the muscles in your body, either one by one or all at once. I'm not asking you to let your mind slow down. I'm not asking you to release all the stress and tension from your body and from your mind. I'm not doing any of that stuff. All we're doing is just actually focusing on each individual body part. And that's it. Everything else, including those particular parts of your body, naturally feeling more relaxed when you focus on them. It's just a natural process that's occurring within you. Maybe it's because we all have a natural ability to feel relaxed. Perhaps that's our natural default state, is to feel peaceful, to have a calm mind, to let go of stress and tension. It's just like you go into a place, and maybe you go into a building you've not been into before, and there's a room that's just smelly, very stuffy. Not smelly in a bad way. Is there any way of being smelly in a good way? I'm not sure, but just a bit, a bit stuffy, a bit ugh. So you open the window. Transforms the room. It smells different. There's air coming in. It's oxygen. A cool breeze, maybe. There's still a lot of work to do, picking up all the pizza boxes off the floor. You could pile them up, I suppose. It's probably better just to get rid of them. It's not about the pizza boxes. It's not really about the room with the window open. It's more about how, I can't remember what it's about now. Do you ever get those moments where you just think, oh, this is a good idea, and then you say it, and afterwards you realise, oh, I don't know where I was going there. Perhaps I'll try and backtrack was thinking, oh, it's a stuffy room, open the window, and it just clears things a bit. And that's a bit like that, you know, when you just, your mind clears. But then I thought, oh, well, I'm now talking about pizza boxes. I seem to have moved away from the actual idea that I had in mind originally. But then if I'd have just left it there, I think I could have got away with it. But by then going on about, oh, have you ever said something that you wish, you know, you hadn't said, and really highlighting the fact that talking about the pizza boxes was really kind of out of character with the whole sentiment of this recording. It's almost like, I don't know, if you had Star Wars, you know, Star Wars the movie, and you just, in every scene of Star Wars, you just had a goat randomly just running around. A goat dressed as a pixie. I don't know. One of those little costumes that they put on dogs. You know, sort of maybe dressed as Harry Potter with a little wand. That would disrupt the movie, wouldn't it? It'd be distracting. I feel like I've done that a little bit with this recording. I suppose some would argue, yeah, but you've distracted away from the tension and actually increased the feeling of comfort, looseness, a sense of peace, maybe even some gratitude. Yeah, I suppose it's hard to tell, isn't it? I suppose really the best thing is just to get on with the body scan and hope that no one's noticed that I got a little bit sidetracked. I mean, to be honest, a few minutes ago I thought talking about the pizza boxes was the most distracting part, and then ended up talking about a goat dressed up as Harry Potter running around during a Star Wars movie in all the scenes. That would be weird though, wouldn't it? Because you know, the quite a touching scene with Darth Vader and Luke Perry, and they're kind of there, and Luke, he's about to say, Luke, I am your son, and suddenly you hear meh, meh, and Harry Potter runs in. Well, a goat dressed as Harry Potter. And then my mind goes like, what if originally Harry Potter was played by a goat in all the Harry Potter movies? Again, that's even more distracting. Possibly. But then it could be relaxing. Maybe all those parts of the body that we were going to focus on, like your forehead, your eyes, your jaw, your ears, your throat, the back of your neck, your scalp. Maybe all those parts are already relaxed. But then that goes back to what I said earlier, that we're not focusing on relaxing your body. It's a body scan. It's about being here. It's about being present now. But the reality is, I'm guessing anyone listening to this initially was listening because they wanted to relax. So you want to feel calm and loose, maybe drift off to sleep. But that's why you listen. And for me to make out that this is something other than a relaxation session is a little bit silly, isn't it? Because it is. I can make out, no, it's a body scan. I'm not going to mention relaxing. You know, it's about being in the present and letting go of the past and not being concerned about the future because that hasn't happened yet. And just being aware of now, because it can open your mind up to more possibilities, of happiness, more opportunities to appreciate yourself and what you do have. But ultimately, you're probably just listening to relax. There's a good chance you didn't really come on here to listen to me going on and on and on in some kind of weird sort of spiritual-y kind of meditation-y way. Oh, relax. We're going to focus on your knees now. Think of all the wonderful things your knees do for you. Stuff like that. Even though I do recordings like that, and I do actually like knees. I don't mean like I've got a knee fetish. What I mean is I appreciate. Actually, I did see someone with some really nice knees once, but that, you know, that's a one-off. I mean, I'm not saying that I don't like knees. Knees are fine. I mean, but I kind of more think of the practicality of knees. You know, I wouldn't like. I don't remember the last time I saw anyone's knees. Because I think even not the lollipop lady, not the butcher, the post lady. You might say, don't you mean post person? I haven't had a man deliver post here in 8 years, so I'm going to call it a postwoman or post lady. I think that's fair, considering it's either her or another female that covers when she's not here. And she's been here for years and years and years. I think if she's still here in another 10 years, I might say hello to her. I might acknowledge her. I did actually say hello to her once and she ignored me. or she didn't see me. I mean, to be fair, it was through the letterbox, so maybe she couldn't hear me. Yeah, I'm not even sure she was in the building yet. And I said, well, you know, who knows? Anyone's guess. So I suppose the reality is the body scan is for relaxing. When I do it anyway. It's not really a sort of any kind of I don't do anything spiritual. I don't have it. Yeah, that's not what I do here. It's just more just playful. I prefer playful. Yeah, yeah. That's what I like. That's not a bad word, you know. I mean, not saying that ever. I used to think it was a bad word. Oh, don't say the word playful. That's awful. That's going to upset people. No, didn't used to think that, but I've always thought, what kind of words would I like to be described by? And I thought, helpful, useful, but it doesn't really, you need more than one word when there are words like that. Oh, he was helpful, oh, he was useful. I mean, some people, like, he was a genius or she was a genius. That's enough. You know, what that one word is almost so powerful in itself. Or she was a saint. That kind of thing. Or he was caring. Caring, that can be on its own. It's a caring person. Playful, I like playful. I should do the body scan. Okay, let's go back. So focus on your shoulders, playfully. How do you playfully focus on your shoulders? I don't know. So focus on your shoulders, your arms, forearms, your biceps, triceps, elbows, pectorals. That's it, boobies, isn't it? Sorry. Your wrists. I tell you one part that never seems to get a mention during a body scan, and that's the opposite side to the elbow, like the inner thigh of your. It's almost like the crotch of your elbow, isn't it? Kind of, in a weird way. Like, never focused on. How often do body scans focus underneath your arms? But that's a part that gets a fair bit of attention, isn't it? You know, when we wash, there's a part that a lot of my neighbours seem to notice about me. It's more to do with the smell, but it's, you know, it's still a part. By the way, if there's any ladies out there that would like to meet me, I am single. I know, I sound like a catch, don't I? I don't mean like, what will you catch from me? I mean catch as in a fish. No, I don't really want to really be compared to a fish. Although fish are quite peaceful, aren't they? They can be playful, especially if they're in a little bowl. You know, they do. They just like swim around. But if you put a little castle in there, it can transform their life. Yeah, especially, I think it's sometimes good to have a couple of goldfish together. What do they talk about, though? Do you think maybe their gossip is just us? Or did you see what he did last night? Yeah, I can't believe he walks around like that. He just thinks because there's no one else around, he forgets about us. Or it's okay to walk around nude in your own home if there's no one else around. Yeah, but what about us? I mean, at least put a blindfold on me so I don't have to see. Oh, yeah, that's true, mate. I agree. Anyway, what are you going to do now? Oh, I don't know. Probably have some breakfast or just spend. I don't know. Don't know really. Well, what you got in mind? Well, I'm going to go and visit the castle again. Okay. Do you want to come with it? You want to come with me? Come and have a little swim around the castle, swim through it continuously. No. I decided what I'm going to do. What? I'm going to spend the next 3 hours doing a poo. I want to see how long I can get it. Oh man, you did that. It was amazing what you did last time. I mean, that was like the length of the entire world. What do you mean? Well, the bowl, that's our world. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I forgot. You know, I don't think humans realise that, do they? What? The fact that there's like our entire world is the size of this bowl. Everything else is like looking out to space. Yeah. I tell you what's weirder than that. What? Well, goldfish can't talk. What do you mean? Goldfish can't talk, so this whole conversation is just a bit silly. How do you know goldfish can't talk? I suppose I don't really. I tell you something weirder than that. What? You know, the Jason bloke that makes the recordings, you know, he does that and he walks around thinking no one can see him. Yeah? He started off doing a recording about a body scan, and now he's talking about fish not being able to talk to each other, talking to each other about not being able to talk. It's almost like he's distracted himself from the task. Ah, but do you think maybe he's done that on purpose, just to relax the person, to really relax the person that's listening really deeply, and to calm their mind, and maybe also mildly, very, very slightly, even if at all, with a distraction, an entertaining distraction, create a sense of playfulness where maybe you think he's perhaps passing on the unconscious message that maybe taking things taking life, taking the day a little bit more lightly with a playful tone, perhaps could result in an increase in comfort, calmness, and deep relaxation. Not just in your chest and your stomach, not just in your back, all the way down your spine, your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, not just in your buttocks. Ooh, you said buttocks. I know, but buttocks isn't a rude word. I know, but I don't know, I'm just very immature. I just find it funny. There's nothing funny about the word buttocks. Okay, it's slightly funny. It's a weird word. It's not the word, it's because when you do it, I think of bums. Yeah, we're not talking about bums though, are we? Well, you just mentioned buttocks, and a buttock is a bum. I know. But that's a part that is quite often, well, kind of not really given attention to, because it's like, oh, it's a rude area, but it's not a rude area. It's a part that deserves to feel relaxed just as much as anywhere else. Especially, thinking about sitting down, and the buttocks are used when we're sitting down, it's used when we're walking. Both the buttocks deserve to feel relaxed as well. What about the groin? What about the groin? That's a rude word. Groin. Groin. This is you're being very childish right now. Groin. Okay, it was funny the way that did make me laugh, but okay. Put your clothes back on. So it's a part of your body which can benefit from feeling relaxed. That whole area, you think below your belly button, that whole area, all of it can feel relaxed. It's not just the outside bits, it's the inside bits. It's a part of your body. And although, normally just skim over it quite quickly, it's just as important as anywhere else in your body that we focus for a body scan. Because if nothing else, it's just letting each part of your body know that you care. Maybe that you're grateful for what that part of the body does. There's your legs, your thighs, your knees, calf muscles and shins. And you got your ankles, your feet, bottoms of your feet, tops of your feet and your toes. And then you go of your hands, your fingers, the palms of your hands, the top of your hands. Sometimes just by focusing just on one thing can be really, really relaxing. Maybe surprisingly so. Peaceful. And it's nice. It's nice to just let go, and relax. So I do hope that this recording has been calming for your mind and your body, relaxing for all the different parts, including your buttocks and your groin, your fingertips and your earlobes, and all the other parts, inside and out. Feel relaxed and peaceful. Now I'm going to go, so thank you for listening. Remember to be kind to yourself, because you deserve to be happy. Be gentle with yourself. You deserve to feel safe. Lots of love. Bye. Is that the end of the recording then? Yeah. I thought maybe it was going to count down from 10 to 1. No, I didn't do that. Well, I know he didn't do it. I was also listening. You know, you're not the only one here in this goldfish bowl. Who are you, by the way? What do you mean? Well, we've lived together for about, I don't know, 2 weeks. Yeah. I just don't know what your name is. Yeah, well, do we need names? What do you mean? There's only the two of us here. Yeah. Why do we need names? Well, if I ever want to get your attention. You know, maybe I'm in the castle, and you're doing one of your really, really long ropey ones and trying to break the world record, and I just perhaps I don't want to disturb you, and I want to just shout and say, is it safe to come out if you finish what you're doing? Except you can still do that without a name, can't you? Yeah, but how will you know who I'm talking to? And then it clicked. And then they both realized that names weren't even that important anymore. Because. And then they sung a song. They sung a song. You know what though? What's that? The problem with doing these like weird conversations at the end of the recording, yeah, it's hard to bring it to an end. Especially when he's already said, good night or thanks for listening, remember to be kind to yourself and all that stuff. But we're still talking. How do we end this thing now? I feel like it's gone on a bit too long. Tell me about it. I know. Well, I mean, I think it should have maybe ended a little bit earlier. Talking about, no. I know what you mean. Just when I said tell me about it, it was just a phrase. I didn't actually want you to tell me about it. Okay, I need to be more specific. More Pacific. No, specific. Okay. Do you reckon if we just sort of drift off? I suppose we could count from 10 down to 1. Should we do that? Yeah, that's a good idea. That was a bit of a long pause between talking then, wasn't it? It's almost like it's just one person doing both voices. What do you mean both voices? They both sound the same. It's the same voice. Well, how's the audience supposed to follow who's saying what? Exactly. It's not really been thought out, is it? It's not the best plan in the world. Maybe you change your name from Playful to a bit more organised in the future, maybe. Plan ahead, perhaps. But hey, who am I to judge? I don't know, I think you're doing quite a good job of it. Oi. Okay, sorry. I told you about that. Alright, okay. So, put your trousers back on. Okay. I'm a goldfish. I don't wear trousers. Caught you. See, you nearly put trousers on though, didn't you? Yeah, I did actually. Yeah, you are cheeky. In fact, some would say you're quite playful. Oh, stop it. Right, should we count down? 10 down to 1. And then that'll be the end of the recording. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,